Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the video. My name is Melanie. I'm Intuitive Melanie. Today we're going to be talking about the new moon that's in Aquarius. I am an intuitive and I use tarot to channel intuitive messages in regards to what's going on in the astrology world. Big thank you to Rachel Mayo Astrology for having me on her channel. Love it here, love the feedback, love the energy, great vibes. So I hope this video finds you well, and please remember that this is intuitive messages. I do use astrology, but I do not dive as deep into it as an astrologer would. The messages may or may not resonate with everyone. They're not always going to resonate with you. And when you are incorporating tarot and astrology together, we tend to go by the rising signs or the ascending signs. So make sure that you watch your ascendant sign and possibly even your moon as well. It doesn't hurt to look at all three, your big three, but particularly it resonates the most with your rising sign. So we are having a new moon in Aquarius, which is really nice. It's really refreshing, innovative, a little bit of thinking outside the box, a little bit of thinking differently. It's also corresponding with the Chinese Lunar New Year, which is this year. It's going to be the year of the water tiger. So when we think about water, you know, we think about our intuition and passion and energy and almost our intellect as well, but kind of like beneath the surface, your emotions, your psychic abilities, right? And then when you think of Aquarius, Aquarians are, you know, the energy of Aquarius, Aquarian, this is innovative, using your intellect, thinking on a higher scale. It's also a time of it's an area of your chart that's very into humanity and the good for higher causes and charities and being passionate about things and fighting for just causes. So when you combine the energy of water with Aquarius, which is the water bearer, and higher thinking, you're really tapping into a higher psyche of yourself. And then throwing in the tiger, right? So the tiger is very strong. You know, they are very solitude creatures. They're beautiful, they're majestic, but they're fierce and strong and nocturnal, and there's so many great qualities about a tiger. So you combine all of this energy together, and hopefully you can utilize that energy to initiate something new in your life. So new moon is all about something new, right? Starting something new, a new beginning. So with a new beginning, something has to end, right? So this we're going to talk about briefly. I talk about the houses. So depending on what your ascendant is, this is going to affect a certain area of your life in that house. So this is about a new beginning. This is about a new inspiration. I see a lot of people stepping outside of their comfort zones and like doing something a little bit differently. I think that a lot of people have been pent up and confined and just kind of like in a repetitive routine and really like wanting to do something different. And I think this is really something different in terms of beliefs that you may not have had before, that may be different than yours, things that you may not have like taken seriously before, you might start taking seriously now. And it's, you know, a way of thinking, way of believing in something, believing something to be true that you never thought was true, and just kind of utilizing all of that energy together and applying it to the area of your life that is going to be hitting. So when I do the messages, again, it's going to be, you know, it's not going to resonate with everyone. It could be pertaining to an ending. It could be pertaining to a beginning. Whatever the focus is of that area, you have figure out how it pertains to you. Sorry, my video cut off. So if it's in your first house, it's about you, yourself, your self-identity. If it's in your second house, this is about the things, your values, your possessions, your day-to-day income. If it's in your third house, it's about communication, how you express yourself. If it's in your fourth house, it's about your home roots, your home foundation. Fifth house is your creativity, your playfulness, adventurous, seeking adventure. Sixth house is your day-to-day routine, your habits, how you do things and how you stick to it daily. Your seventh house is your house of your partnerships, other people, how you affect other people, how they affect your life. Eighth house is about intimacy and passion and joint coming together with other people, especially like financially or sexually. Ninth house is religion, higher education, belief systems, adventure, traveling overseas. 10th house is your career, your social status, your marital status. 11th house is your community, causes for large groups of people, social movements, charities, activism. And then your 12th house is your subconscious and your hidden things behind the scene, your dreams, your imagination, things like that nature. So depending on what sign you are as a rising sign, this is going to affect you guys a little bit differently. I see overall a lot of people just stepping outside of the box and trying new things and doing things a little bit differently, and being a little more adventurous overall, even if you're not the adventurous type in a certain area in your life. So take that how it is, and I hope you guys enjoy the message. All right, Pisces, so this is happening in your 12th house. This is for Pisces Ascendant, Pisces Rising. So you guys naturally rule the 12th house. So this is energy that you're familiar with. The subconscious energy, the dreamy energy, the mysterious illusion energy. 12th house represents your karma, your death, rebirth, cycles, the subconscious, your intuition, things beneath the surface, things that aren't revealed yet. So how is this affecting you guys in your 12th house? We have the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. All the Pentacles. Okay. This is like a fight for financial, this is a fight for stability overall. Maybe you're fighting over a property or place of residency or something like that that you're really passionate about. That could be one thing. It's like you worked really hard to gain something, but maybe that cycle is ending and you have to do something new. And you are doing your best to hold on to everything that you worked hard for, because you did put in all of the work and you were successful and you achieved all these things, but something that you're not aware of is going to interfere with your stability. And it's going to cause you to find a new passion and go down a new path. Maybe something isn't as stable as you thought it was once. Yeah, something's deceitful. Again, 12th house stuff, right? Things that you are not aware of. Things are not... Somebody wants what you have. Or somebody thinks that they're owed what you have and what you work for. Excuse me. Yeah, somebody wants what you have. Look at this. Giving. Like, someone thinks they deserve what you have, or that you owe them. And maybe you do owe them. Maybe you owe somebody money. Maybe someone gave you a loan or something like that, and it's time for you to pay back, and you having to pay that back is going to disrupt the stability that you have. It could be a legal issue. Maybe somebody's planning to sue you. Something. I don't know. I don't want to like scare anybody, but someone thinks that you owe, or somebody's trying to milk you for money. Maybe spending money without you knowing it. That's your money. Like charging up your credit cards or putting everything on your tab. It's costing you, and it's everything that you worked really hard for is slowly getting depleted by someone else that's taking advantage of you. Splurging. Maybe you're splurging on someone, and excuse the noise, it's the snowstorm. Ah, they're digging me out. Yeah, and you're gonna get, it's gonna hurt you because you feel like somebody is using you for your money. Somebody's taking advantage of you. You thought they liked you for you, but they like you for what you have and what you could give them. And when you, or maybe you're in a relationship with somebody, some type of relationship where you're able to give them stuff, but like now you have to stop because you have to be cautious, and you can't really splurge on them the way that you wanted to splurge on them. And now they're upset and they're mad at you because you can't provide that for them anymore. This could be kids. This could be cutting off your kids financially. It could be a relationship. It could be friends. Maybe you meet just that person. Maybe somebody's gonna ask you. This is affecting you guys. It's affecting your first house. And again, this is for Aquarius, Ascendant, and risings. So this is all about yourself, how people perceive you as a person, your outward appearance to people, how you behave, things like that. It's kind of social, yet detached, outgoing, yet you need time to yourself. Reachable but unreachable, you know, like come and go like the wind, pretty much. Let's see, how is this affecting you guys? What messages for my Aquarius risings? How you identify illusion versus reality, here and there, coming and going. King of Cups. Very mysterious. Keep your emotions beneath the surface. Not really revealing your true intentions. Page of Pentacles. Everything is so mysterious with these three cards. So mystery, right? That eye right there is mystery, behind the scenes, kind of looking from a distance. Look at this, another eye, behind the scenes. It's like not really opening up and showing your true self, hiding behind something, behind an image, behind the clouds. Watching. Are you watching, or what is somebody watching you? It's definitely you, like how you perceive things. Like you're very cautious. You play on the side of like the veil. Like sometimes you're realistic, sometimes you're real dreamy. Let's get 2 more cards, please. It's like when you feel like doing something. Like, it has to be on your time, at your pace. what you want to do. King of Wands in reverse. It's like how people perceive you as being something that they can't figure out. Wands in reverse, Chair in reverse. You're just not very forthcoming. You're very private, keep to yourself. And again, this is for Aquarius rising and ascendants, not Aquarius suns, right? It's like you don't trust telling people certain things about you, certain things you keep hidden from people. And this could be the way that your brain works, like innovative, like what your beliefs are, what your true beliefs are, like on a different level, on a different scale. And you just don't open up and trust people because you feel like you can't have those certain types of conversations with just anybody. So you kind of like keep that to yourself, hidden. People don't see that side of yourself. It's like you're dimming whatever that is, you're just holding it in. You're holding your flame in. It's something that you're really passionate about, but you're not outwardly expressing what that passion is. So in a sense, it's stagnating yourself from there. All right, Capricorn ascendants, Capricorn risings. This is affecting your second house. Your second house rules the area of your life that has to do with your personal belongings, your possessions, the things that you value, how you make money on a daily basis, like your job, your sources of income, things like that. And you are pretty meticulous. You take these things seriously. You take your wealth seriously, your finances seriously. You're very strategic, goal-oriented, and do your best to like be successful. So we have the Knight of Wands. Might be taking a new direction in an area that that you actually find passionate about, and instead of it being like strategic and logical and stability, it may be something that you actually feel and care for. So that's a different approach. And we have the Eight of Swords. Was you feeling bad about something? Feeling defeated? Maybe you weren't as successful as you wanted to be. You have to walk away from a situation. And you're kind of like down and out and sorrowful. Maybe you did put your emotions and heart on the line for one time. And I don't know, maybe like sticking to strategy is comfortable for you, but opening up and expressing yourself passionately is not as comfortable to you. And maybe you got a taste of like your sharp tongue in return, and maybe it kind of was like bitter and kind of hurt you a little bit. We got the Queen of Cups here. Let's see what else. Second house. How does this affect? I feel like you put yourself on the line for somebody, or to impress somebody, and it didn't turn out the way that you thought, and you thought that like because you're so successful and smart and achieve things and you're resourceful and you're good at things like this, you thought it was going to impress somebody, and it didn't impress them in the way that you thought. And it kind of makes you not want to like show your heart again to someone, or to like be vulnerable. It's like you were vulnerable in a situation and it kind of like backfired on you. So it kind of like your confidence got shook a little bit. And maybe you were is someone that you looked up to, that you were trying to impress and trying to like master a skill, and they weren't that as impressed as you thought they might be. And it kind of like, you know, set you back a little bit. How does this have to do with your second house? Maybe the things that you value. Maybe you have a partnership with somebody, or in a situation where something in your second house is going to be affected by this not working out. Maybe your finances are going to be affected. Maybe your job is going to be different. Maybe you didn't get offered the promotion that you thought you worked hard for. Maybe you did a creative project and it didn't really wow somebody. I feel like, and that kind of like dampened you a little bit and set you back. And or you thought somebody was going to have your back on something, you just didn't get picked for it. It's like your values, you thought your values were good enough for a situation, and they weren't, and your values aren't aligning with somebody else's. Or maybe you thought you'd impress somebody with your values, and they weren't impressed. Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius ascendant. This is affecting your third house. Your third house has to do with communication, how you communicate, your siblings, how you express yourself, your childhood education. Fast, right? You come in firing, coming in hot. That's you guys, with your expressions, how you express yourself, how you communicate, how you interact with other people. Very just like straightforward, energetic, lively. What else? We got the Hangman. We got the Devil. What else? You're very like ready to take action, but this is calling on you to like kind of be still with yourself, and to be patient, and to like go inwards, and to kind of reflect on things differently. And maybe that's something that you're not used to doing. You always like want to be on the go, and it's causing some type of imbalance with how you communicate. And if you have the opportunity now to change that and turn that around, and to communicate in a more healthy way. Maybe you don't communicate in a healthy way. Maybe you're the type of person that like because of the Devil card comes up, and that's like the card of addiction, right? Or the card of unhealthy behavior. Is like, you know how when they say when somebody's drunk, you know how they really feel about you, or something like that. Maybe you communicate outwardly more in those types of scenarios, and it's not necessarily healthy, and can be a little bit hurtful, or to the point and blunt, but it's because you're not in like your natural state. Yeah. So this is this is about someone saying something that hurts somebody else's feelings, or you say something that you regret, or you said something and like it just wasn't right. Like maybe you didn't think before you spoke, and like you came in hot-headed, and like you said something and you're like, maybe I should not have said that. Maybe it's about having to control your urges and to control how you express yourself and communicate. Maybe you have a bad temper. Maybe you need anger management. Maybe you just say what you think without no filters. And you really need to start thinking about those things before you just start blurting them out. You know, maybe you said something about somebody that does have an addiction, and maybe you were being honest and truthful, but like it wasn't the right things to say or to do. So you're having like an imbalance of communication because of this. You just have to work on how you express yourself, how you communicate with other people, because ultimately you could end up burning bridges with people, and it's gonna make you an outcast, and it's going to leave you by yourself because people aren't going to trust you. Maybe you spilled somebody's secret or something like that, or maybe you just, you know, without thinking, you just didn't keep something confidential about somebody's things that they're struggling with. I feel like somebody confided in you with something that's troubling them and struggling with them, and like maybe you let it slip by accident. And now it's like, you're like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Like, people can't trust you. And then also, this is not, you know, not every, it's not going to pertain to everybody, but this is like the scenario that I'm seeing, is that you're so used to just like spitting it out, and like, it kind of like backfired in your face and blew up almost. But you'll have the opportunity to mend the situation for sure. And that's what this is about. It's about creating something new. It's about redeeming yourself. So yeah, it's a situation that happened and you need to. So this is for Scorpio rising, Scorpio ascendants. This is affecting your 4th house. Your 4th house has to do with your home life, your childhood that you grew up in, how you grew up, things of that nature. And how is this? Some of the things that I'm already thinking is something about new traditions, creating new traditions, having new traditions, maybe not as reserved, not as private family life. Doing something a little bit differently, having a new matriarch. Ooh. Maybe you're wishing for like too many cards, sorry. Wishing for a family life that you never had, or didn't experience. Maybe you want to create your own family. Maybe if you're having kids, it has something to do with creating a life for them that you weren't exposed to, or not exposing them to the things that you were exposed to. Definitely some past traumas regarding your family life, people being manipulative in that area during that time when you were growing up. Something that you carry with you now that kind of like torments you, like something that happened in your childhood that you can't really like get out over, like you keep replaying in your head, and it's affecting your life right now. Someone either lied or betrayed, hurt you, put you through something, and it was like you were like innocent at the time, and you really looked up to this person, and they let you down, or they misled you, or they lied to you, or they weren't what they appeared to be, or they did something that wasn't in their character, and it really it tainted yours as well. And you, oh man, this is like super, this isn't gonna resonate with everyone. Maybe you hadn't moved away as a kid or moved to a different city, location because of something that happened, because of someone doing something, and it's almost like embarrassment or like sorrow or like grief over a situation, inner torment. Like you're still like holding on to this information, and you're waiting for clarity on it, and it's like you're not getting the clarity, you're not getting the communication to understand what happened or the closure. Maybe this is an opportunity to either forgive yourself or forgive the person or the people involved, and to kind of, without that forgiveness and that clarity, to start a new family tradition for yourself, to create a new family fourth house experience for yourself. Without that, maybe it'll come one day or maybe it will never come, but it's like you're holding on to these experiences from your childhood, seeking answers, waiting for answers, waiting to understand, and you're just kind of like mellowing over it, stewing it over and over and over again. Super specific, crazy. Libra risings or Libra ascendants. This is affecting your fifth house. Your fifth house is the area of your life where you have like, it's about pleasure, it's about affairs, it's about really enjoying things in your life. It's about creativity, it's about inner flames that you have with other people. It could be about children, it could be about just you tapping into your own creative self, and just overall having a little bit of fun. Libra ascendants, typically the priority for you guys is life and relationships and what's the word, it being balanced and harmonious, basically. And now I feel like you're putting the fun and the pleasures that you want for yourself, not just for your relationships, but your desires are coming to the front here. We have the High Priestess energy. Using your intuition to be more creative, having a creative outlet. The Magician, manifesting new things. I feel like with you guys, it's Libras are fun and outgoing, but like Libra moon and Libra ascendants, you guys are very just and very balanced. But Libra suns are very fun and outgoing and playful. But like with ascendants and moons, it's everything has to be harmonious, everything has to be balanced. It's all about relationships, relationships forward with people, how you contribute to your relationships with others, and less of you and your own desires of yourself. You know what I mean? The focus is always you and your partnerships. It's never the focus on you, yourself. So I feel like there's an opportunity to play around with that magical side of yourself, and it just not be tangible things, that is like really like magical and intuitive and inspirational. Okay, we got Temperance card. It's about filling your cups. And the Knight of Cups. maybe you'll meet a new type of relationship after this journey. Maybe the relationships that you have been having and you've been putting the effort into and not really gaining much from it, this different approach to you finding yourself differently is going to lead you to a new emotional relationship that you haven't had before, or that you're not used to. Maybe you're used to putting all the effort and the hard work in, and you didn't receive that back, but like you were like okay with that. And now you're gonna like meet someone, and this isn't just about love, it could be about work and stuff too, but like you're gonna meet people that are actually gonna meet you halfway, if not way more than halfway. And you're not used to that. You're used to just pulling all the weight and doing all the work and just getting stuff done for the cause of, because you want to, and you want the relationship to be harmonious and happy. But I feel like you're gonna meet someone that is really on your level and is gonna bring their emotions to the table too, and bring their skills to the table too. And it's just gonna, you guys are gonna balance each other in a way that you've never balanced with somebody before. But it takes you going on this journey of yourself within yourself and tapping into this other spiritual side of yourself that you might not tap into all the time to find that. All right, Virgo risings, Virgo ascendants. This is happening in your 6th house. You are the natural ruler of the 6th house, so this represents your routine, your daily health, how you serve and service other people. It's how the systems that you have in place for your daily routine, how you help teach and inspire other people. What do you do on a daily basis with your work? What your gym routine is. How you influence other people's lives. How you give advice to other people. You have a lot of advice to give to other people, and you'll be called upon to do that. You're coming out of an emotional state where you're starting to see the bright side of a situation, and you're creating new space for yourself. You're creating new routines for yourself. You're creating new habits for yourself. Performing more like rituals to keep your energy and your vibration lifted. There was something like holding you back before, and now you're starting to come out of that phase. It's like the wheel is turning. We got the Wheel of Fortune, the Hermit card, the 9 of Pentacles, which is you. The 4 of Cups was reversed. Wheel of Fortune is reversed, so you know that cycle is spinning. Whatever cycle that was that you were in that had you in a funky state, you're going to be emerging out of. You're coming out of your hermit mode, and you are going to be blossoming, and people are going to be contacting you. You're creating something new about yourself, and it'll put you in a position to help other people. No, too many cards. All right, one more card. What is one more thing Virgo ascendants need to know? Too many cards. That was the 10 of Cups, so that is ultimately, this new habit and routine is ultimately going to lead you into new relationships, maybe a relationship. And 4 of Pentacles, putting some things to rest, reserving yourself a little bit more, maybe creating a new budget for yourself, revising budgets that you might have had, revising spending habits. This all goes into play with your routine. Maybe you have a new financial goal that you're trying to do, so you're going to readjust everything, and you're like inspired and motivated to achieve something new. So you're going to start playing around with your money, you know, saving, being a little wiser, a little smarter, reeling all of that energy in. So maybe to like take a trip or something like that, or to buy a house, or to invest in something, or just to have extra money and pay off some debt. So I feel like you are coming out of a state where you are really inspired and you're really going to start something new, getting back to how you were, because I feel like you went through a phase where you just kind of like were carefree and let things go. And now you're starting to get that inspiration and motivation again to be like how you were and hold yourself accountable and be responsible. Have something to look forward to. Something like that every day is inspiring you. It's like little goals that you're making for yourself that are inspiring you and making you happy again. So that's for you, my Virgos. This is a great time to set some new intentions for new routines and creating some new habits for yourself. All right, so this message is for my Leo ascendants. This is affecting your 7th house. 7th house rules your partnerships, your relationships, your how you come together with other people, how other people see you, contracts, marriage, things of that nature. Since you guys are so, outgoing and pleasant, you may be the extrovert in these relationships. You may be the life of the party. Let's see. What messages you need to be aware of with this energy? Leo Ascendants, what do we have? No. Okay. All right. Don't self-sabotage yourself to make other people happy in your relationships. I feel like you have relationships with people that that cost you a lot energetically. It's like you're seeking your soul tribe. You're seeking people that understand you and that are like you. People are maybe a little more mature and grounded. Maybe you need a relationship that's going to balance you out. And maybe that's what you're longing for. And I think that you could possibly be caught up in like some negative relationship patterns that are addicting and keep you in the same place. And it's easy to resort back to. And also like you're being judged for certain relationships that you're in. Again, it's not just romantic. It's people that you surround yourself with. Something isn't what it appears to be on the outside. And you have the opportunity to form new relationships with people, healthier relationships with people, stronger relationships with people, partnerships. People that complement you as a person, people that bring other strengths to the table that can benefit you, and vice versa. These people that you'll be coming in contact with can teach you a lot too, and you could teach them a lot. So I think the theme for you guys, for you Leo Ascendants, is forming healthier relationships with people. The opportunity to, you actually I feel like something happened recently and you're not fulfilled with certain relationships that you have. Like something got brought to light and it kind of maybe hurt your feelings. Maybe you found out someone really wasn't a good friend or something like that. Something wasn't emotionally fulfilling to you. And I feel like maybe people used you because you were like the life of the party, or, you know, very fun, very outgoing, and people had you around for those reasons, but they didn't really have you around for the right reasons, if that makes sense. And also like having fun in a way where like drinking too much and letting loose a little too much, it's like you have to pull back from doing that if that's something that you're doing, because that's not a healthy way. It's not, you're not being authentic. It's like you're influencing yourself to contribute to these relationships under the influence. And maybe that's why these people like you. Maybe that's what people know, because that's just, let's just say that's something that you've always done, and maybe you want to be a little healthier and you don't want to drink as much, or you don't want to participate in any. Right? So this is for Cancer risings or Cancer ascendants. This is happening in your 8th house. Your 8th house represents shared finances. It represents joint ventures, inheritances, money that you acquire from other people, with people. It has to do with intimacy, mysticism, spirituality. This is going to be emotional for you guys. It's like an emotional level up. Let's see what happens. It's going to be a very powerful intuition, psychic year for you guys. Your emotions are going to be all over the place. You're going to get more gifted and more in touch with your spiritual side. Ooh. High Priestess, can't make this up. You are going on a spiritual journey this year, especially with it being conjunct the year of the water tiger, which is all about your instincts and your primal urge and solitude and psyche, your psychic abilities. In Cancer, you guys are ruled by the moon, so your intuition and your abilities are going to be, you could really level up and tap into this, and you're gonna find emotional, like you are going to become like the guru or like the emperor or like the master, you know, like you're just going to be filled with so much wisdom. You're going to be easily able to tap into your psychic abilities with this, and it's going to take you going away for a little while and stepping back and kind of like understanding your emotions and your feelings and everything that's going through. Yeah, this is pretty cool. It's gonna light something new that you never really like cared to venture down before. Like you never really cared to like play around with this type of energy, and now you're kind of like, it's like something interesting, and it's something that comes naturally to you that you just kind of like brushed it off, and you're going to be taking a little bit more seriously now. I feel like maybe you've been getting a lot of synchronicities or a lot of signs and a lot of things happening to where you're starting to trust your intuition a little bit more and trust your instincts and let that guide you down the path that you need to go on to. Okay, Gemini ascendants. This is happening in your ninth house. The ninth house rules it rules law, it rules religion, it rules higher philosophy, it rules foreign travel, things of that nature. So with you being the mentally stimulated person that you are, this is going to be an opportunity to expand your intellect, to expand your mind, and to keep you stimulated, because that's what keeps you going. You need a venture. You need someone to keep up with you mentally. This is, what is this? I just got really nauseous. Oh, 3 threes came out. Okay. You have the 5 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, the 3 of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the 3 of Wands. So, 333, are you seeing that number? 3, the 3rd month, March. I don't know, maybe that's significant. 5 of Pentacles is... It's almost like you have money, but you're not happy. You're not fulfilled. Like, you have everything you want, but you're bored with life. And you need something new to keep you going. Like, it's like those people that are like, money can't buy you happiness. And it's true, because you need something else. It's like you have all the things in the world, but you're not satisfied. So I feel like this is coming together with a different group, a different social group than what you normally would be involved in. And not being like suspicious or judgmental about it. I think it's really about a new practice of life. Maybe even a new faith. Maybe practicing a new religion, learning about it, learning about a different culture, something that you typically wouldn't do or don't know about. And it's going to put you into a group of people that you've never been around before. So I could definitely see that happening. You have the 3 of Cups. That's multiple people coming together. Or maybe you'll find love, a love life in this. That's... it's going to be worth it. It's like you could... It's almost like if you think about a relationship, you're with somebody and you guys make good money together and you have a lot of things together, but you're not happy with that person. You go with somebody else that makes you happy, but you don't have as much money as you used to have. Something like that. Or maybe it's a job. It's a job that you make really good money doing, but it's not happy. It's not fulfilling you. So you go to another job that makes you happy, but you make a lot less money. So you have to like adjust your life to your change and your status. So this is a new beginning. It's a new idea. New communication coming in with people. And ultimately you are going to take that path and you're going to leave everything that you have behind and you're going to move towards something different, something that's you're going to be more passionate about. But you have to sever the ties behind you and travel somewhere new that you've never gone before. So that's what I see for you guys. Gemini Ascendants. I hope this resonates. Let me know. Ascendants. So this is affecting your 10th house, or this is happening in your 10th house. Your 10th house is your house of professional work, your social status, your marital status, your reputation, how you see things, masculinity, father figures, your long-term career goals and achievements. Pentacles. Financially coming together with other people and forming some type of partnership. All right, so you may be in a position where you're going to come together with other people, but something is not, all the facts aren't there. You're not seeing all of the sides of the story or all of the entire picture. Some of the information is not fully there. And it's like you could kind of like trust that, because you as a Taurus ascendant, you're pretty ethical. You do things by the book. You have a reputation for being honest, being fair. And something about this coming together, maybe coming together with people that don't have the same work ethic as you. So it's putting you in a crossroads where you are trying to decide if you want to risk your reputation, if you want to trust someone to do the right thing, even though they may not. And it's ultimately you standing your ground, and being firm and stable, because these people need you. They know that you're going to put in the work. They know you're reliable and you're trustworthy. But the question is, do you need them? And to get the answer to this, you have to pray about it. You have to trust your instincts. You have to meditate on it. You have to pray for it. You have to ask, for guidance. You have to ask for signs. You have to ask for everything to be presented to you so that you can make the decision that you need to make with all of the information in front of you. It's like, don't make the decision. You're not seeing the entire picture. So until you get everything in front of you to make a decision about something, don't make the decision yet, because you may regret it, and it may taint your reputation in some way. What else? Okay, my Aries Ascendants. This is affecting your 11th house. So your 11th house is the area of your life that has to do with a community, a larger group of friends. It has to do with your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, turning those into reality. Innovation, technology, anything in regards to that area. And since you guys are naturally born leaders, you naturally take the initiative, you naturally jump headfirst into situations. You guys are meant to lead people, you're meant to inspire people. So I think this opportunity is going to plant a seed for you to lead on a larger scale type of way, and it being like you tapping into your instincts and your intuition and your senses, and really like flowing through life so empowered and so in tune with not just your mind, body, and soul, but like your passion, your intuition, and your strength, like being so sure of yourself, like leading people to a light, really. So let's see what intuitive messages come out for you guys. We got the Death card. Death and rebirth, transformation. What else? It's like reinventing something. Ace of Wands, passion, new fire. New ideas, almost like a new passionate start, basically. The light inside of you being sparked. Maybe it hasn't. Maybe you're going through a death right now. I feel like with the retrogrades that happened, we had a lot of things to reflect on, and you're getting some information. You're seeing things a little bit differently, and you're starting to find some inspiration and get some ideas going. We have the Knight of Pentacles, and you are going to take action, and you are going to be grounded when you do take that action. Even though you are fiery and fueled up, you are going to be balanced at the same time. And it's going to be emotionally rewarding. You are going to get recognized for this. You are going to achieve something, but you're going to be smart about it. You're not just going to be like the typical impulsive, like you're just going to go about it in a mature Aries ascendant type of way. And you're going to turn those hopes and desires into reality. Maybe you're passionate about something and people are like, no, that's not realistic. That's never gonna come true. It's you know, you're too in your head. You're never gonna achieve that because it's just not realistic. It's not tangible. And you have like this crazy out the box idea, and they're like, you know, it's not real. Like, you can't do that. Or like, things aren't gonna change. Like, things are the way they are. If we're talking 11th house stuff, like community, right? Or just larger scale society. Things are the way they are. Systems are the way that they are, and they can't be changed or they can't be reconstructed. The rules are what they are. I feel like you're going to find a way to be a part of a change that's going to transform and create new structures for people. And you're just going to have that energy that you initiate it. Like, you're one of those people that people are going to follow you. Like, you're going to take action in a large group of people. You'll be one of those people helping move things along, keep things moving.